Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am picking my July TBR. Crazy. But yes, I'm picking my July TBR. I'm doing this very early. It's June 13th right now, but I need to pack all of my books. So I'm doing this right now and I'm only picking 5 books for the month of July because I have a reading vlog planned and I don't want to stress myself out. So I'm going to pick 5, and also because I have a limited amount of books that I can choose from, I only kept out the books that I would want to be put on my TBR, and then the rest of my books are packed. Besides this, because I needed some type of nice background. But everything else is packed up, guys. It's kind of sad. But the way we're choosing my TBR this month is through a letter generator. And honestly, based on the small amount of books I have, I don't know how this is gonna go, but we will see. I think I'm going to be able to, I think I'm gonna pick and choose when I want to. I'm going to pick and choose if I get a letter I can either do by the author name or by the title, because I feel like that gives me more of a range and more choices. So I'm gonna pick and choose because 1, it's my channel, and 2, who tells me I can't? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's choose the first letter. Spin. M is the first letter. Honestly, do I have any M's over here? I have all of the books that I'm choosing literally right in the shelf next to me, so let's look. I have chosen a book. This kind of works for both. The author's name starts with the M, but the book also starts with the M. So the book that I chose is Make a Scene by Mimi Grace. This is so unbelievably short. Like, it's so short. And I think it'll be a cute little romance read, even though I'm still really not in a romance mood. It says, faking this relationship should be a piece of cake. Retta Majors is having a bad day, but that's to be expected when your ex gets engaged to your cousin. Instead of totally freaking out, Retta decides to attend the wedding with her amazing, faithful, and handsome boyfriend. One problem: he doesn't exist. Duncan Gilmore is living his dream as a boxing gym owner. The last thing on his mind is a relationship. That's until the baker next door makes him an offer so bizarre he can't refuse. One weekend of pretending to be Retta's boyfriend should be easy. However, shared kisses and flirting start to blur the lines in their fake relationship. When the performance draws to a close, will they go their separate ways or return for an encore? I am so excited to read this book. I think this would be super cute. She's a baker. I love to bake. He's a gym owner, so I mean, like, cool, I guess. But like, look at the cover. Look at her. She's beautiful. So I'm very excited to read this, and I think it's gonna be a super quick read. I don't even think, how many pages? There is 220 pages in this book. That's nothing. So that's the first book of this TBR. I've been wanting to read that for so long. Okay. Next prompt, I guess. Next. Is that O? Oh. 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 I don't know. Do I have any? So I looked. Out of the books that I have out, I don't have one that starts with an O or an author's name who starts with an O. So we're gonna respin. We're gonna respin and try this again. R. Okay, I think I actually have some options for this one. Okay, I chose a book. The name of the book starts with an R, and it is The Rise of the Dragon by Sydney Applegate. I actually went to like a book fair thing in May. I think it was in May. And there was a bunch of like like indie authors there, and she was one that I saw and I really wanted her book. It was this one. It's like a Phantom of the Opera retelling, which is really cool. The synopsis says, some secrets are better left buried. For 20 years, an ominous dream turned doomsday prophecy has haunted Broad Cove Castle, and when all eyes are on the king and queen to ensure their safety, everything turns on its head when Princess Pandora Daragon is stolen in the night by a mysterious masked stranger. Now stranded on an unknown isle and held for ransom, Pandora discovers that her ultimate fate lies in the hands of Kit Andromeda, a Mosaian man whose hatred for Venus and Jericho runs alarmingly deep. Pandora never adopted her aunt's and uncle's knack for violence, but to stay alive, she'll have to dig deep into her alternative arsenal. Each hour of her survival is dependent on how well she can stay out of Kit's way and not cause problems. But after years of longing for a romantic connection, Pandora begins to wonder if stirring up affections for Mr. Andromeda might ensure her safety once and for all. It's a seamless plan. Except for the fact that Pandora's I don't know how to say this word. Enigmatic captor, the night vigilante who insists that he has no plans to harm her, is planting roots in her heart. He's been waiting in the wings a long time for his chance at Pandora, and his alluring gift of music draws the two closer and closer each night spent together in secret. But there's one thing that snares her soul towards his more than anything else. He knows every dark truth about her family, and he's willing to give it to her if she'll only give herself over to him. So I definitely see the Phantom of the Opera stuff in here. This is long. It's like 470 pages. So she's a bit of a break, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really excited to read this, and I'm excited to be talking about Sydney because she's an indie author and we love that. Same with Mimi Grace. She's also an indie author, I'm pretty sure. So we're getting indie authors on here. Okay, let's do the next one. That was pick number 2. No, it's gonna land on Q. Q? Q? I don't think I have any books that start with Q or the author's name starts with Q. We're gonna look, but none. I didn't think I was gonna have any, but I checked just in case, and we have none. So let's spin again. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Okay, let's begin. C. It's doing the music now. Okay, C. I have quite a few that I can choose for this one. I have quite a few. Let's see. This next book I chose, I've had for a little bit. I really haven't heard anyone talk about this book or this author, so I'm excited to be one to talk about it, and that is The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Micallon. C. This is a thriller, if you don't know. Apparently it's an expertly paced psychological thriller. My favorite type of thrillers are psychological thrillers. Just in case anyone wanted to know. Those are my favorite types. It says, Aidan Thomas, a recent widower raising his 13-year-old daughter Cecilia, is a beloved figure in his small upstate New York town. If you guys don't know, I am from upstate New York, so this is interesting. The kind of neighbor who always lends a hand and has a good word for everyone. Aidan also has a dark secret. He's a kidnapper and a serial killer. He's murdered 8 women, and there's a 9th marked for death. Rachel, imprisoned for 5 years in a backyard shed. When he and Cecilia have to move, Aidan has no choice but to bring Rachel along, introducing her to Cecilia as a family friend who needs a place to stay. Aidan is betting that Rachel will be too brainwashed and fearful to attempt an escape, but Rachel is a fighter, and she sees in Cecilia the lifeline she's waited for all these years, and in Emily, the local restaurant owner newly interested in Aidan, either an ally or his next victim. Both a searing thriller and an astute study of trauma, survival, and dynamics of power, The Quiet Tenant is an electrifying debut thriller by a major talent. Oh, I didn't realize it was a debut. Okay. I'm really excited. I've been in a thriller mood, so I'm excited to read this. It's also like, it don't seem that long. It's like 300 and something pages, so that's not too bad. I'm excited. Book number 3. We have 2 more books to pick. 2 more. Let's see. No, wait, just give me Q. Okay, P. I think I have something for P. I thought it was gonna give me Q again, and I was gonna be like, are we being for real right now? P. The only book that I could pick for this is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, and I'm not mad about it now. That's pretty long. That's pretty long. But I'm excited to read this. This is starting a series, which I don't really need to be doing that at any point, but it's fine. Let's read the synopsis. It says, Phantasma only has 2 rules: stay alive and don't fall in love. When Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inherited the family's fearsome magic and enormous debt. Circumstances go from dire to deadly, however, when Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering Phantasma, a competition where contestants rarely escape alive and the victor is granted a single wish. The only way for Ophelia to save her sister is to win, but Phantasma is a cursed manor full of twisting corridors and lavish ballrooms, staffed by enticing demons and fatal temptations, and Ophelia must conquer all 9 floors to succeed, if her fears don't overtake her first. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims he can help, Ophelia knows better than to trust him, but with her sister's life on the line, Ophelia can't afford to turn him away. She'll just need to ignore the overwhelming dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together, because in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. Drama. Is there a map? There's no map? I was kind of hoping there was a map. There is a hierarchy of paranormal beings though, so that's something. But I'm excited to read this. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I've honestly heard nothing but good things about this book, so I am excited to read that book. That is the 4th book of this video. Guys, I actually might pick 6 books, you know? Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Hello? Hello? Oh, it went. Z. There's only one book that I could pick for Z, and it's a long book, and this is a romance book, but that is literally the only thing that I could pick, so I guess I'm gonna have to pick it. That book is Under Lock by Mariana Zapata. This is the last Mariana Zapata book that I have to read, and while I'm excited, this one I have not heard good things about at all, really. I think I've heard nothing but bad things. So I'm a little nervous, but Locke, he does show up in, I think it was Colty, because I think Colty was like going to get a tattoo, and Locke was the person that did his tattoo, I think. But it says, after moving to Austin following 6 months of unemployment back home, Iris Taylor knows she should be glad to have landed a job so quickly, even if the business is owned by a member of the same motorcycle club her estranged father used to belong to. Except Dex Locke might just be the biggest jerk she's ever met. He's rude, impatient, and doesn't know how to tell time. Well, and the last thing they've ever expected was each other. But it was either the strip club or the tattoo shop. She should have chosen the strip club. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm just very, very nervous because I have loved all of her other books, and I would just be very upset if I didn't like this one. But this is the only one that doesn't have, that's a lie. All Roads Lead Here didn't have any type of like sport, but this one really doesn't have a type of sport, but it does have a tattoo shop, and I love a good tattoo, as we know. So, oh my gosh, there's a quote. It said, "Babe, I've handpicked everything and everyone in here. I know what I want and I get what I want, and I keep what's mine." Okay. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so I'm excited about this. This is the 5th book. I'm gonna pick one more and just hope that it's gonna be a small book. You know, maybe we can get another one in there. Maybe. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But so far, I'm liking what I have gotten. I'm not mad at it. What are we getting? Is that a G? That short is a G. A G? I think I have one I could do. Actually, I have 2. Okay, I was between 2 books and I got some help. Goodness. The one they ended up choosing was The Getaway by Lamar Giles. It's a thriller book. Both of them were thrillers. This is the one he chose, though. It says, Jay is living his best life at Karloff Country. If you hear my dog snoring, leave him be. Leave him be. It says, Jay is living his best life at Karloff Country, one of the world's most famous resorts. He's got his family, his crew, and an incredible after-school job at the property's main theme park. Life isn't so great for the rest of the world, but when people come here to vacation, it's to get away from all of that. As things outside get worse, trouble starts seeping into Karloff. First, Jay's friend Connie and her family disappear in the middle of the night and no one will talk about it. Then, the richest and most powerful families start arriving, only they aren't leaving. Unknown to the employees, the resort has been selling shares in an end-of-the-world oasis, the best of the best at the end of the days. And in order to deliver the top-notch customer service the wealthy clientele paid for, the employees will be at their total beck and call, whether they like it or not. Yet Karloff Country didn't count on Jay and his crew, and just how far they'll go to find out the truth and save themselves. But what's more dangerous, the monster you know in your home or the unknown nightmare outside the walls? I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's kind of good. There's a blurb by Karen M. McManus on here, which I do like her books. I've read 2 of them. They're pretty good. Who else? Barry Lyga. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know who Barry Lyga is. I've read 1 book by Barry Lyga called Bang. It was quite a book. I'll tell you that much. It was good, but it was quite a book. And he also blurbed this. So I am excited to read this book. And now we have our full TBR. It's very balanced. I love how balanced it is. I'm excited about this TBR. I feel like we can actually get this one done because I'm excited about the books, because I specifically only kept out books that I wanted to read. Did I cheat? Absolutely. And is that okay? In this case, yes. So I'm going to go through and show you all of the books that we have chosen. So the first book we chose for this TBR was Magazine by Mimi Grace, which is a cute little romance. We then chose Rise of the Daragon by Sydney Applegate, which is a fantasy or romantasy retelling. It's a Phantom of the Opera, a Greek mythology retelling. I don't know what it is. Then we had The Quiet Tenant by Clemence McAlone, which is a thriller. We then have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, which is a romantasy. And then we have Under Lock by Mariana Zapata, which is a very long slow burn romance. And then we have The Getaway by Lamar Giles, which is a young adult mystery thriller. So those are all 6 books that I will hopefully be reading in the month of July. We will see. I never really go by my TBRs, but maybe this time I will. There's definitely some books in here that I will be reading because I'm just really excited about them. But yeah, these are the books. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know how you guys feel about them. Please don't give me any spoilers, but do tell me how you feel. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.